Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. And this past weekend, April 9th, I went to Madison Comic and Toy Show. You can see that's what it says. Put on by Quad City Comic Con. I'm not quite sure like what the actual name of this organization is. The website's not so great. Their Facebook page, when you look it up, way better. You should check that out instead. And so I went there. I wasn't planning on spending any money. And the couple of things that did catch my eye while I was there, a little bit out of my price range. Like I was going to buy this old beat up Randy Macho Man toy, right? And it's like, okay, $5 or something, maybe $10. I probably would have bought it, but they wanted like $25. Like this thing is beat up. It's not in its packaging, which I know that's like a big selling point for toy collectors. I just couldn't justify it. Not when I could probably go buy like a brand new Macho Man toy. I don't know how many tables were in here. I got a couple of photos. I should have got more photos, but I wasn't thinking about it. Also, this dude right here, let me, boom, there we go. This booth that's right over here, mouse cursor, they had some cool posters. A lot of these were in Spanish, but I still would have bought that Conan poster, a little out of my price range. There's a vendor here, vendors here, and then it goes off in this direction. I should have got a picture of this. There was a toy vendor right off to the side over here, a bunch of books, a little like quad, a little like spot in the middle of the quad there. And the first time I went in there, it was you can't see my hand. I don't know why I'm gesturing. I couldn't like it was pretty packed. You know, I wasn't comfortable like digging through the boxes or whatever. And in conclusion, like I'm not really looking for anything in particular either, so I didn't do a whole lot of box diving. I mostly looked at the toys and went, man, I can't believe that Toy X is that worth that much money these days, because Toy X was. This is kind of a neat spot there, and you can see all the stuff from the Gordmans that used to be here. I think that Gordman's closed maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. All the fixtures are still there. This is the Gordman sign. Now, this Gordman's kind of interesting because it's actually got two doors. So there's one over by J.C. Penney's, and then you go around the other side, like going around a right angle, and there's this entrance, which is next to Dick's Sporting Goods. And you can see all the books, man. This dude right here, see if I can point it out. I think it was up here. He had, is that right? No, it might be these. Anyway, he had a bunch of old Amazing Spider-Mans, like first appearance of Doctor Octopus, like stuff like that, out on display. And I was like, whoo, way out of my price range. But it was really cool to see that stuff. I don't think I've seen that in real life before. A couple of artists. This was like sort of the equivalent to like Artist Alley. I think she was an inker. Yeah, Barbara Kahlberg. I wasn't like immediately familiar with her work, so I didn't spend a lot of time hanging out at her booth. This dude over here, I think it was at this table, he was busy like drawing stuff the whole time. Pretty busy little alley. Right on the other side, behind them, there was a ton of toy vendors, and I think I got a picture. Oh, let me zoom out of that. Like I said, when I went in there the second time around, it was much quieter. That was like at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, something like that, and much quieter. This is about halfway down this alley. There's a whole bunch of vendors over here, and then there's some dudes with a million things over there. But I kind of took this picture so you could like see the space that they're operating out of, because it really is just the inside of an old Gordman's. But really, can buy happiness. There's just all sorts of stuff. This dude, oh, I wish this picture turned out better. I was being real sly taking this one. This is a Pee Wee's Playhouse playset. It was like $150. A little playset, and it's got Pee Wee and I think Cowboy Curtis figures. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. So I had a lot of fun. It was free to get in. I hope they did a ton of business. The flyer says there's like 70 tables. I don't know if there were 70 tables in there. My estimate off the top of my head was like 40. I could be wrong though. And some of those tables, to be fair, were kind of long. Like this dude here. Like this is clearly like one, two, three tables worth of space for this dude's little setup here. So I guess it depends on how you count it. And my shop, I was there when my man Sean was talking to somebody that came in to drop these little flyers in the comic book store. So that's how I learned about it, was them talking. And I grabbed one of those flyers and came to the show. It was a good time. I think I might go to this one up here because I have not spent a lot of time in the Wisconsin Dells, so it might be just a fun excuse. I think this one costs like $5 or something to get in. Not a big deal, but it might be kind of cool. Might be kind of cool. This was kind of cool. I didn't end up buying anything from the convention, but in between the first and second visits to the convention, so I went at like 1 o'clock, then walked around. Was like, oh wow, this place is busy. It was hopping. Uh, some little kids outside the mall when we were leaving. They were like, I don't think their parents let them buy anything in the convention. So they're like, we want a shopping spree. So I thought that was pretty fun. But yeah, had lunch and then went to the Grace thrift store that's right over there by the mall on that side of town, and walked around in there for a little bit and looked at their books. I always look at books when I go to like thrift stores, and they have these Sax Romer novels. So I went ahead and I grabbed these. They're like $2 each. So that's what I ended up getting while I was out. Nothing comic book related, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, you all take care of yourselves. Check them out. Absolutely check them out. You might, if you live in this neighborhood, they might have something going on. I think they were in like Illinois a couple weeks ago, so they seem to really get around. Bye bye.